Breaking news has just exploded in the NBA, and the entire league is in complete shock. The Golden State Warriors have just been hit with a historic, game-changing announcement that nobody saw coming. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson are stunned, and the entire organization is scrambling to figure out what this means for their future. Could this be the moment that changes everything for the Warriors? Is the dynasty in danger, or will they find a way to fight back? This shocking twist has the entire basketball world buzzing, and you won't believe the impact it could have on the league. Stay tuned, because we're breaking it all down right now. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up, Golden State fans? We have absolutely shocking, historic news breaking in the NBA right now, and it has sent the entire basketball world into a frenzy. Nobody saw this coming, and the Golden State Warriors are completely stunned by this surprising announcement. This is one of those moments that could change the entire league, and the impact on the Warriors could be massive. There is so much to break down, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for all of it. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more Warriors updates because this news is shaking up the NBA like never before. Let's get straight into it because this is a game changer. The entire Warriors organization, from the front office to the players to the fans, is in absolute disbelief. Nobody expected this news to drop, and now the big question is, what happens next? The NBA is unpredictable, and just when you think you've seen it all, something like this happens and flips the entire league upside down. This is bigger than just one team, it affects the entire balance of power in the NBA, and the Warriors are right at the center of it. When this news broke, you could feel the shockwave across the league. Social media exploded, analysts couldn't believe it, and even NBA insiders were caught off guard. Draymond Green, a guy who always has something to say, was completely stunned. He's always been vocal about his thoughts on the state of the league, but even he didn't know how to react to this one. And let's be real, when Draymond is speechless, you know it's something huge. Steph Curry, the face of the Warriors and one of the most respected players in the game, was reportedly caught off guard as well. This is a guy who has seen it all: multiple championships, MVP awards, legendary battles, but even he was left wondering what this means for the Warriors moving forward. There's a sense of uncertainty now, and it's clear that this news has everyone questioning what's next. Klay Thompson, a Warrior in every sense of the word, has been through so much with this team. After battling back from devastating injuries, he's worked harder than ever to prove he still belongs at the top. But now, with this announcement shaking up the NBA, you have to wonder if this changes the Warriors' plans for him. Does it impact his future with the team? Does it shift the way the front office views their core? These are the questions everyone is asking right now. And speaking of the front office, Bob Myers may have stepped away, but his influence is still felt in the way this team is built. Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the rest of the Warriors' leadership are now facing one of the most critical moments in franchise history. Do they adapt and make a bold move? Or do they stay patient and see how this plays out? This decision could define the next era of Warriors basketball, and they can't afford to get it wrong. Fans are in complete shock right now, and understandably so. This is the kind of news that changes everything. The Warriors have been one of the most dominant teams of the past decade, but the NBA landscape is always evolving. With this unexpected twist, it feels like a major shift is coming. Could this be the moment that forces the Warriors to change their approach? Could this be the moment that signals a new direction for the franchise? One of the biggest questions surrounding this bombshell news is how it will impact the rest of the league. The Western Conference has been a brutal battlefield this season, with teams like Denver, Oklahoma City, and Minnesota emerging as serious contenders. The Warriors have been fighting to keep their championship window open, but now, with this shocking development, you have to wonder if the landscape has shifted even further out of their favor. This also raises questions about the Warriors' young players. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and even Andrew Wiggins, how do they fit into this new reality? Will the Warriors double down on developing their future stars, or will this force them to take an aggressive win-now approach? These decisions will be crucial because the margin for error is razor thin in today's NBA. One wrong move, and you can fall behind quickly. The Warriors don't want to be in that position, so they need to be strategic about their next steps. The impact of this announcement doesn't just stop with the Warriors, though. Other teams around the league are reacting to this news in real time, and you can bet front offices are scrambling to adjust their strategies. When a move this big happens, it doesn't just affect one team, it changes the entire ecosystem of the NBA. Rival teams are watching closely, trying to figure out how they can take advantage of the situation. Some teams might look to make bold trades, others might rethink their long-term plans, and some might see an opening to push themselves into title contention. This is how the NBA works. One major move can cause a ripple effect that changes everything. But let's bring it back to the Warriors, because at the end of the day, this is about them. This team has built its identity on resilience, leadership, and championship DNA. No matter how many times people count them out, they always seem to find a way to bounce back. The question now is, can they do it again? Can Steph Curry and company defy the odds and find a way to navigate through this massive shift? Or is this the moment where we finally see the dynasty come to an end? One thing is for sure, this is not the end of the story. There is going to be a lot of movement in the coming days, and you can bet that the Warriors will be right in the middle of it. Every decision they make from this point forward will be crucial. Whether it's a blockbuster trade, a major roster shakeup, or a completely new direction for the team, something big is coming. This is one of those moments where you can feel the tension in the air, where you know change is inevitable. The only question is, what will that change look like? Let me know in the comments what you think about this historic news. This could be a defining moment for the Golden State Warriors, and everyone is asking the same question: what happens next? Do you think the Warriors should stick with their legendary core of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, hoping they can make one last championship push? Or is it time for the organization to make a tough decision and start rebuilding for the future? The front office is now facing one of the biggest choices in franchise history. Do they double down on their veterans, add more pieces, and make one last title run? Or should they shift their focus to Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and the younger generation, preparing for life after the dynasty? This isn't just about this season, it's about the future of the entire franchise. And what about the league as a whole? Does this shocking announcement officially mark the end of the Warriors' reign? Or do you still believe they have what it takes to defy expectations and prove the doubters wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is a moment that every Warriors fan needs to discuss. This is a defining moment, and as always, I'll be keeping you updated with everything you need to know. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications